Hello, Mzansi. Welcome to it once again as Hollywood Bets brings you Game On. And, well, the phase of the day. The football never ends, only the matches do. And before the weekend's action gets underway, let's talk football then as we focus on the big news that came out of South Africa last week, of course, with Magesi being crowned champions of the Carling Knockout. Congratulations to them. And what's happening out in England in as far as Liverpool trying to pull away from the rest of the chasing pack. Plenty to unpack with the likes of Jerry Skosana as well as Shane McGregor. Shane, great to be in your company. And my, oh my, what a weekend we've had. Let's talk the biggest news. The current champions, Manchester City, go into Saturday's derby, the last match on Saturday, or not really a derby, but the match against Tottenham Hotspur, 4-0. The scoreline in favour of Tottenham Hotspur. Currently, City 6 games on the trot without a win. At the end of their last match, Pep Guardiola, if he had hair, would have been pulling it out. He doesn't have any hair, so he's scratching himself and literally drawing blood. Is it that stressful for City right now?
Yeah, very stressful, you know, and what a manager goes through.
Yeah.
Exactly, so that's the thing. But yeah, they're on a bad run. They can't buy a win, They can't buy a win, can't do anything at the moment. And unfortunately for them, nothing is working. It'll turn, sooner or later it'll turn. I hope not this weekend, but it always turns, the wheel turns. But yeah, he's under big stress.
Well, this result suggests, including results in recent weeks, problems on both sides of the field, scoring and defending. Against Tottenham in particular, outside of Haaland's chances, which were the best they had, nobody else really getting clear-cut chances. Is that another problem for City, that if Haaland is not finding the mark, or even if he does score one, they'll still go and concede 2 or 3 on the other end?
That's the big worry for them at the moment, is the amount of goals they're conceding. And, you know, I've been waxing lyrical the whole year about Rodri being out, and that's been the problem. And that is their big problem, is they're conceding goals and they can't seem to stem the tide. And, you know, at the moment, you can try anything and it's not working. Like you say, you know, Haaland doesn't score, they're not getting the goals, but they've got players coming back through injury, and they're starting to slowly but surely build the squad up again. But at the moment, it's a good time to play them.
I think it's safe to say, big up to Tottenham Hotspur. It's not as much as City losing that match, rather than Tottenham winning it with a 4-0 scoreline. Yeah. Great day for Tottenham.
Great game for Tottenham.
As well.
You know, the worst part is you don't know what Tottenham team's going to pitch up on a Saturday, but he was under a bit of pressure, but a 4-0 win over Man City, I mean, no, he can't be under pressure, but he's got to be more consistent now.
Talked about Chelsea and the season they're having, 3rd on the log now, and they continue to come up with the good results. Then they, of course, lashed up that 2-1 win over Leicester City amongst the new boys in the current campaign. But Chelsea doing the business, tied with Arsenal on points.
I keep on looking when they're going to slip up, you know, and that's been my thing the last few weeks. Is, you know, they blow out and cold as well. They're similar to Spurs, but they just seem to keep on doing it. Leicester City, manager got fired straight after that. I see Van Nistelrooy has gone there now. That'll be quite interesting. But Chelsea, yeah, they just need to keep on getting those results, and that's a good thing. Doesn't matter how you win, as long as you're winning.
And, of course, the log leaders, Liverpool, have stretched their lead now to what is a comfortable number of points, 8 at the top, but had to fight against the Southampton side that seems to be their own worst enemies in trying to play from the black and constantly giving away goals and mistakes.
No, I said to you last week that Southampton always a difficult team for Liverpool to play against. But as I said, you know, like you said, giving away at the back. I mean, surely they must learn from that. Didn't they learn from Burnley? Burnley did the same thing, and the same thing's happening here. They got no plan B, which is a worry for me, that as a big club like that, and they are a big club, Southampton, they don't have a plan B in place. So you've got to have that plan B in place. They got the players. It's just, I think the manager, just the arrogance of him, that he thinks that they can play from the back. Yeah, it's good to the eyes, but it's not getting you points.
Certainly isn't. I think the commentators were pointing out that they're the one side that's made the most mistakes playing out from the back and conceding the most so far out in England. United, new coach, Ipswich at home to them. Ipswich again, one of the new boys of the block, but one could argue they outplayed Manchester United just in out-and-out play.
Yeah, it's difficult for United because he wasn't there long. The guys were on international duty. I understand that. I understand all the excuses because there was a lot of excuses after the game. We'll see this week. You know, he's had a few more days to work with them. We'll see where he is, how much changes he's done. We all know the way he plays. I mean, he's going to play the 3 at the back. Whether United have got the players to play the 3 at the back is another story. But yeah, it'll be interesting over the next couple of weeks to see exactly what happens. Transfer window in Jan, will he be buying players? only time will tell.
Well, let's talk about what's happening today. Later on, the last game of the day, Derby, West Ham at home to Arsenal, who will look to build a bit of a run. Saka back in the starting 11. Odegaard, we mentioned last week back. It's looking like Arsenal are going to try and build a bit of momentum going towards the end of the year.
You mentioned the difference, Odegaard.
Yeah.
It makes such a huge difference in the team, and we've seen it. When he's out injured, they went through the bad patch, he's back in. They're a different team altogether with him. I don't know what it is, but he just seems to pull all the strings. They're looking good again. They now need to keep on fighting, getting the points and keeping the pressure up on Liverpool.
Can Chelsea keep the good times rolling? They're at home to Aston Villa.
Initially, I thought Chelsea would win this. You know, Villa have gone through a bad patch. I think this has got draw written all over it, to be very honest with you. I can't see anything else but a draw.
Now, save the best for last, and as far as the fixtures for this weekend, you'll like this one, or maybe you'll be pulling your hair out at the end of it all. Liverpool at home against Manchester City. Is it a good time for Liverpool to play against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, vulnerable and fragile as they look?
Yes and no. I'll tell you why, yes and no, because now Man City got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Go out and get a victory, so they'll throw everything at Liverpool. For Liverpool, it's a matter of just keeping their shape and just playing the way they normally do. They'll score a lot more goals. It's going to be difficult for City to score against Liverpool. At the moment, Liverpool got one of the best defence around, so it's going to be difficult in that aspect. Cracking game, one I definitely want to be watching.
Now, have to quickly ask you, 8 points right now. The importance of this game, if Liverpool win, they could stretch it to 11 points at the top of the table.
Over City, yeah.
Ahead of December even.
Yeah, and that's never heard of. You know,
Yeah.
I heard a stat the other day that a team going into December with an 8-point lead has never lost the league, have won the league. But Liverpool have got to go through their bad patch.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, you know, it's just 3 games. You lose 3 games, boom, catch up to you.
So, important games this weekend. One could argue a game that could very well set the tone going into the second half of the season, especially for Liverpool at the top in City, looking to play catch-up. So, thanks to Shane McGregor, exciting times out in England. And I'll tell you what, equally exciting times here in South Africa with Makesi being the new giant slayers in South African football.